RP Singh of the BJP, Priyanka Kakkar of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Umesh Sehgal, former Chief Secretary of Delhi, joining us on the show. And a thanks to all of you. Priyanka Kakkar, it seems like there's an afterthought happening in the Aam Aadmi Party government. The LG raises an issue and you claim that he's corrupt. When the excise policy came out, you blamed former LG. Now you're saying current LG is corrupt. So basically, anytime anybody raises a question over the Aam Aadmi Party, you make counter allegations.
Shivani, hello to all of you. Shivani, we have faced a barrage of cases, 155 possibly by now. There have been 26 CBI raids on us, and nothing ever comes out. So what happens is this is managing the optics. What they want to communicate is that we are as corrupt as they are, which is not the case. And it is not a new allegation that we have brought up against the LG. There is a written complaint by the two cashiers who used to work under the LG, then the chairman of the Khadi Udyog, and they have alleged that for about 1400 crore rupees black se white karaya gaya after the public was refused to exchange, after the period had closed down for the public to exchange the notes in the bank. During that period, this is the amount that has come out. The problem is, see, you are filing case after case on us, wasting our time. Nothing comes out of those cases. To manage your optics, you sometimes arrest us. जब चुनाव आते हैं उसके आसपास आप arrest कर लेते हैं, फिर उसके बाद छोड़ देते हैं. ये हमारे विधायकों के साथ, मंत्रियों के साथ, it has happened constantly and continuously. It is nothing new for us.
Okay, but the question I asked you is different. I'm not pronouncing anybody guilty, whether it is a case against you or anybody else. The question I'm saying is that the response of the Aam Aadmi Party is a little suspect. When the excise row broke over, you said the former LG is to be blamed. When this LG makes an allegation, you never raised those allegations earlier when he was being appointed. Now he's putting heat on you. That's why you're responding personally against him. But what is the response to the charges? Why don't you respond to CAG audit of the university? Why don't you respond on that instead of responding on LG?
Shivani, we have, when it comes to the excise policy, with all due respect and complete responsibility, I will say this on your channel, that all of our leaders, all of our spokespersons have answered each of these questions, even if they were false, because none of these allegations find a place in the FIR lodged by the CBI through sources. One is that aspect. When it comes to these new spate of allegations, Shivani, let me also give you a little background. I'll request your permission to please not be interrupted. We are a party which has, there's a national education policy, we are all aware of it, which recommends that a 6% of the GDP be spent on the education of the citizens of the country. Now, since the BJP government came to power, there's a gradual decline in the education budget. 6% to dur, 2% bhi nahi hai. So there is that scenario, and what has happened in all the BJP ruled states, they have not even built the collective amount that we have built in Delhi, 22,000.
No, I'm not asking you that question. The question of the CAG audit not happening in universities. Why not respond on that, then make it about BJP states? That doesn't answer the question of what is happening in Delhi.
Shivani, these are allegations which are to manage the optics, which are to deflect the particular pertinent question. How did they find the money to buy off 277 MLAs? And how did the LG...
But Priyanka, let's not go into that, because, that is not helping understanding the charges against the Aam Aadmi Party government. I don't know why you keep talking about buying of MLAs or what's happening in BJP states. Your case is you are better, then answer the allegations. Anyways, RP Singh, please come in. The truth also is, there are two things that the Aam Aadmi Party government talks about. One is their health model and the second is their education model. You've been attacking both, as Priyanka alleges, for optics alone. First, you put Satyendra Jain in jail with a case against him. They're backing him till today, even though he's in custody. And now you are after Manish Sisodia's life. If it is not excise policy, then it's school gate, it's classrooms, it's universities. You're using the LG.
Well, let me just quote some data to the ma'am. Out of the 1,030 schools, more than 850 schools don't have the principals. 415 schools don't have the vice principals in Delhi. And almost 16,820 probably teachers are temporary teachers. 70% schools don't have science as an education in schools. This is their education model. Their inspectors, their concerned officials of the education department goes to the schools and say, "Aap prashan ka uttar prashan bhi likh denge, we'll pass you." Every year, more than 1 lakh children are drop out from the 9th standard after 9th standard. And this is not mine. This is all I have I complete RTS with me. I can send it to you. But every year 1 lakh students drop out from the school. So this is the education model. But education model is what? कमरे डाल के 3 लाख रुपए के 33 लाख रुपए का बिल चार्ज करिए. That is the education model.
No, okay, I get it. BJP has said this before, but I asked you a specific question. How is it that one after the other, more investigations are being opened against Manish Sisodia or the Aam Aadmi Party government led by the LG?
Well, again, the excise policy was red flagged by the Chief Secretary of Delhi. And he said that I'm not going to be party to their corruption and their irregularities, which they wanted to force upon the Delhi administration. He refused to do so. He gave it he sent the details to the LG. They went for a post facto approval. I mean, it has never happened. You give a certain privilege to someone as a remedy to someone, and then you go for a post facto approval after the red flag was raised. Not for that.
Okay.
After the red flag.
No, but sir, answer on the optics and the chronology.
I'm telling you how things happen. You can build it as optics. We are going by the hard fact. The hard fact is that yes, they have waived off 144.36 crore on the name of license fee for Corona period, although there was no Corona in that period. Secondly, they returned 30 crore rupees of the earnest money to L1 bidder.
Okay.
Against all the rules.
No, we've gone into the allegations in the excise policy. Let the agencies do what they're doing. Mr. Sehgal, I'm